The concept of assassins delves into the clandestine realm of individuals either hired or compelled to execute targeted killings, often for political or personal motives. These operatives, shrouded in secrecy and skilled in the art of stealth, have exuded both fear and fascination throughout history. The notion of an assassin is characterized by anonymity, precision, and often a greater ideological or monetary drive that transcends ordinary criminality. Understanding this shadowy world is pivotal for comprehending the interplay of power, vengeance, and control that has shaped political landscapes over centuries. Historically, assassins have played significant roles in altering the course of civilizations. One notable example is the Order of Assassins, or the Nizari Ismailis, a medieval Shia Muslim sect renowned for their targeted killings of political leaders. Operating mainly from fortified mountain strongholds in Persia and Syria, their strategic use of assassination influenced the political dynamics of the Middle East during the 11th and 12th centuries. Similarly, in more recent history, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in 1914 by Gavrilo Princip is often cited as the catalyst for World War I, exemplifying how a single assassin's act can ignite global turmoil. The allure of assassins extends beyond their historical exploits into the realms of literature and cinema, where they are often romanticized as enigmatic figures with a moral code or as anti-heroes challenging authority. This romanticization has led to diverging opinions. Some view assassins as necessary instruments of justice or change, while others consider them unlawful and unethical usurpers of due process. The ethical dilemmas surrounding targeted killings, such as the morality of sacrificing one life to potentially save many, continue to provoke heated debate. Controversies abound, particularly when considering acts of state-sponsored assassination, which blur the lines between legality and sovereignty. Critics argue that such acts violate international law and often result in unintended political and social consequences. Conversely, proponents defend them as essential tools of statecraft in maintaining national security, especially in the modern context of counterterrorism. This exploration into the secretive world of assassins underscores their significant influence within the broader narrative of history, politics, and culture. Their existence forces us to confront challenging ethical questions and reflects the constant struggle between authority and rebellion. Understanding assassins not only illuminates their historical impact, but also enhances our comprehension of the complex mechanisms of power and control that continue to evolve in today's world. Unfortunately, you haven't provided a specific heading from the outline on the shadowy world of assassins through history. However, I can offer a hypothetical example to illustrate how you might structure a response based on a heading like Assassins' Guilds and their influence on politics. Assassins' Guilds, secretive organizations that emerged throughout history, orchestrated clandestine operations to eliminate perceived threats or achieve political goals through targeted killings. These guilds, with their intricate networks and strict codes of conduct, sought to exert significant influence over the political landscapes of their times. By systematically working in the shadows, they emerged as powerful players capable of swaying power dynamics without direct political engagement. The significance of assassins' guilds lies in their ability to disrupt the established order, often serving as tools for political leverage. Through assassination, they reshaped political narratives, altered successions, and occasionally instigated wars. These guilds held a covert semblance of power that could destabilize regimes or eliminate opposition, thereby carving their niche in history. One notable example is the Hashashin, an 11th-century Muslim sect that operated primarily in the Middle East. Known for their strategic murders, they targeted key figures to defend their visions, often impacting the region's political balance. In Europe, the Sicarii, a Jewish group active during the 1st century, used similar tactics against Roman occupiers and Jewish collaborators, highlighting their role in revolutionary resistance. These real-world instances showcase the formidable influence that assassins' guilds wielded in altering historical outcomes. Proponents of studying assassins' guilds argue that understanding these entities illuminates the intricate dance between power and morality, shedding light on the extremes that some entities will go to preserve authority or achieve political objectives. However, it is imperative to acknowledge the ethical dilemmas associated with such organizations. Challenges arise in condoning their methods, which operate outside legal boundaries and often result in collateral damage. Furthermore, some critics question the glorification of these guilds in popular culture, arguing that it can desensitize the public to violence. The role of assassins' guilds undeniably intertwines with broader historical themes, such as the evolution of personal liberties, the quest for power, and the complexities of political dissidence. Their existence and influence highlight the volatile intersection of ideology, oppression, and the relentless pursuit of power, making them pivotal topics for exploring the shadowy world of assassins throughout history. The concept of assassination finds its roots deeply woven into the fabric of human history. At its core, assassination is the targeted killing of a prominent figure, often for political, religious, or ideological reasons. Unlike random acts of violence, assassinations are well-calculated, deliberate, and intended to send ripples through societies, oftentimes altering the course of history. The significance of understanding historical origins and early examples of assassinations lies in unraveling how this clandestine method has been used as a tool for power shifts and social upheaval throughout history. By examining its roots, we gain insights into its enduring role in manipulating the currents of political and social landscapes. Two striking examples underscore the ancient origins of this practice. The assassination of Julius Caesar in 44 BCE by a group of Roman senators illustrates the power struggle inherent in political systems. This act changed the course of Roman history, leading to the rise of the Roman Empire. Another early example is the Sicarii, a splinter group of Jewish zealots during the 1st century CE who used assassination to oppose Roman occupation in Judea. Their dagger-wielding tactics gave birth to the term sicarios, highlighting the use of focused killings to instigate broader resistance. There are opinions supporting the idea that assassination has, in some contexts, been considered a necessary evil or a means of liberation and reform. For instance, eliminating a tyrant or oppressive ruler is sometimes seen as a pathway to freedom or change, reflecting a complex moral duality inherent in the practice. However, historical and modern views on assassination are fraught with challenges and controversies. Ethically, it raises concerns about the sanctity of life and the rule of law. The romanticized notion of the heroic assassin is often countered by the chaotic aftermath that frequently follows such acts. Moreover, in today's interconnected world, the repercussions of assassination can be global, fueling terrorism and international conflicts. Alternative viewpoints suggest diplomacy and peaceful resolutions as more ethical approaches to dealing with tyrannical rule. The study of assassinations' historical origins not only enhances our understanding of their impact on specific eras and empires, but also connects to broader discussions on statecraft, power dynamics, and the ongoing tension between violence and peace. It influences our perception of modern geopolitical strategies, where the echoes of ancient tactics still resonate in current international relations. By exploring the shadowy world of assassins through history, we uncover the lasting implications of this grim strategy of human conflict. The heading Assassins and Political Power delves into the intricate relationship between those who wield the dagger and those who command the realm of governance. An assassin, in this context, is an individual who is recruited or takes on the mantle to eliminate a specific person, often of high standing or political significance, usually for motives that intertwine with power shifts, ideological crusades, or economic incentives. Throughout history, assassins have wielded a silent yet potent influence on political landscapes, acting as agents of change or upheaval. This notion is crucial as it highlights how just a single act of targeted violence can recalibrate whole regimes or change the trajectory of governments. One poignant example is the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria in 1914 by Gavrilo Princip, a Bosnian Serb member of the Black Hand. This act directly precipitated World War I, illustrating how assassination can ignite global conflict, causing a seismic shift in political alliances and power dynamics. Another case is the killing of Julius Caesar in 44 BC by fellow Roman senators who feared his accumulating power. which consequently led to the rise of the Roman Empire under Augustus. These instances underscore the assassin's role as a catalyst for historical turning points, further embedding the idea that political assassinations often reflect underlying social and political tensions. Supporters of this notion might argue that throughout history, assassins have acted both as villains and reluctant heroes, depending on perspective, to rewrite unjust systems or to prevent power from falling into the wrong hands. Conversely, controversy arises as others condemn the assassination as morally indefensible or a direct threat to societal stability, raising the argument that it disrupts peace and invites chaos. Complicating these narratives are the constant ethical debates. Is it ever justifiable to take one life to ostensibly save many? Moreover, these killings often plunge regions into unpredictable turmoil, with power vacuums leading to violence or civil strife. The interconnected narrative of assassins and political power illuminates a broader discussion on the nature of authority, governance, and the human affinity for control. Each assassination reverberates beyond its immediate context, influencing revolutions, instigating reforms, or fostering dictatorships. Understanding the shadowy influence of assassins in historical and political contexts also broadens our comprehension of contemporary conflicts and power struggles. The implications of their deeds not only underscore the fragility of power structures, but also challenge us to reflect on the enduring complexity of human ambition and governance.